skip over. Hello, everyone. So we are going to actually go over the test case development and the bugs. So the platform we are going to use is AgileALM. It is and the typically implement the software development framework like the Agile Scrum, and the basically this kind of framework is used to implement the project management. So the platform is AgileALM, which is you can implement your project, means you can develop your project, create any amount of project, bring your team member on board in the project, and then actually maintain, track, create the epic features, and everything you can do from the AgileALM. On top of this, you can also do the testing. Testing is one of the big piece for day-to-day development. So which is including the manual testing, the web testing, and the mobile testing, as well as for the back-end testing, you can do the API testing as well. So AgileALM has the features. While you are testing while you are involved in the testing, the many times the development team involved with the validation. Validation means that we validate the CSV file, we validate the YAML file, we validate our JSON file, we actually compare them, we actually convert them. This all needs during the development. So the AgileALM has the what is called the validation tool as well. So the Aisha is going to actually demonstrate what her test cases, and we are going to review some test case as well as the bug she is creating, and then we go from there. The second page will be covered the new features we developed recently, and Aisha and Faria can actually go over, and definitely they will be in trouble after the show and tell if they're not able to properly explain and demonstrate whatever they have been learning behind the scene. Okay, Aisha, start.
Hi, good evening, everybody. So today I'm going to show the test cases that I actually wrote for our new feature that we introduced in our AgileALM, which is the manual test plan. So these are not the demo test cases. These are the actual ones that I'm writing to test all these features. So I just started testing the features. I've completed the first one, that's the test case template, and now I'm on the second one, which is the test plans. So I'm just going to review a few with Sir Shiblu. So this is for the first one, the test case template. So I wrote a 14 positive and 8 negatives, and I have a reason for writing such less negative that I'm going to share with you after I share my test cases. So the first one, the first problem that I'm having with this thing is I cannot rearrange my test cases. So they are very random. They might not make any sense right now, but we are working on fixing that issue because I bring up that issue to our developer, like the back end and the front end developers. So they're going to fix it very soon. So I'm just going to read a few ones. So for example, the test case number 36, as a user, I should be able to uncheck the fields as visible. And as a user, I should be able to mark my template as default. So I'm going to show you these test cases. This is my organization, and this is the project, the manual test case and API. And I'm going to, sorry, the test case template, the positive one. So for example, so the one that I read was, as a user, I should be able to uncheck the field as visible. So I don't know what's. I think they're working on fixing the features. That's the reason I cannot read all of the
can you show me where the issue was?
You want me to share my bug report?
No, just see what you wanted to say the uncheck so I can help you.
Oh, okay, sure. So it's as a user, I should be able to uncheck the field as visible. So this one, these are the fields I want to, the first one was to uncheck. So
Oh,
I should be able to uncheck them. And the other one was I should be able to recheck them.
understand.
I should be able to add.
How about you delete this? Can you close the delete? No, up. The
No,
touch.
we can. No, not this one. Not this one.
Got it. So it's by design. I
These
think
are the default, but I brought up this as a bug as well because no, no test case should have action as their first option.
what?
So I mean, we do have an option to uncheck as visible for this one, which is okay, but this is like the default. So they said they're going to fix it as this is for the backend developer, and I guess he's still working on them.
Yes.
So this is the one. So but we can add new fields. So for
So
example,
basically, we want the flexibility. We want the field. Well, and we also want the field should be up and down, and also
exactly.
want the field to be removed. Right?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
that's
No, I
correct.
agree. I completely agree with you. And it's not a good user experience at all. It is not a bug, but it is not a good user experience. Thank you. Oh my
Right.
God.
So the other one, the other positive ones are like I should be able to add more fields. I should be able to delete a field. I should be able to write a name.
Correct.
I should be able to write a description. I should be able to mark as default. I should be able to unmark as default. I should be able to save my template. I should be able to delete my template. So these were my positive ones. And for the negative ones,
Can I go some of the test cases step by step? Just a couple.
sure. I mean, I don't think so. You can read the whole line because I think
Yeah, yeah.
they're doing some
So
kind of, yeah.
did you create a bug that we should have a button called the preview? And once we click the preview, then there should be a model should be open so we can read everything else. Did you create
Yeah. No, actually, this just happened because I was working on my test cases last night till 2 a.m. So this was not the issue till last night, but I think it's from today morning.
Got it. Understand. Okay. So if you did not create a recommendation or the enhancement, I think that should be there should be like the preview button somewhere.
Right.
And so as a tester or the reader, when we click the preview button, then it will actually like the print preview, right? It's
Right.
not
I get it. Yeah.
edit version. So
Yeah.
that you can read. And normally the developing test case, the Excel is the best because then you can actually write all the details you want. But we'll make it very user friendly, very modern because we have the UX developer now, as you know. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So these are some of my negatives. I couldn't write more negatives because I didn't have more options to play around. Like these were default. I couldn't delete them. I couldn't rearrange them. So all
So
the options,
how many negative did you write? Can I see?
eight, eight.
Let me read. Stay there, stay there. When you review, stay quiet, please. As a user, I should be able to view all the options in manual test plan feature.
So this is the positive. This is my prerequisite. I wrote as a prerequisite this one, like the first one. So these are the negatives and the
Read.
rest.
As a user, I should not be able to save integer as field name. As a user, I should not be able to create a template with name as integer. As a user, I should not be able to create a template with a special character as name or the title.
As the title.
Okay. As a user, I should not we should call the as a actor. Actor means as a test.
Okay, I'll correct them.
Yeah, because in every application based on the actor, it makes more sense. It makes more sense for the other people to understand. For this feature, it will be as a tester. I should not be able to save a special character as field name. As a user, I should not be able to save a template without any field selected. As a user, I should not be able to create a new template without a name. As a user, I should not be able to set. Looks pretty good.
So my problem was, except for a few ones, the rest were failed because I was able to create a template with the name as integer, like, and then. So I was able to, let me show you here. So this is my test case. I mean, this is my template. So I named it as 2345 and I was able to save it. I named it as special characters and I was able to save it.
Technically, what happened, we just, how about that? We cannot just limit any project what they give name. How about a company, a test lead? He says their name has to be some type of symbol in the beginning, right? Like the feature 123 or the LMS 123. Make sense? Or they
Yeah.
stress some character. I don't think we can limit this. You know,
Okay.
they can come up any name. The project name can be like based on the feature name or the application name, backend service name, the specific department name. So they can come up with this name. But do they use randomly name in corporate environment? We don't, because
Yes.
it's not like the Facebook that anybody can do anything. Make sense? We
Yes.
cannot. We have to follow some. I think you can pass that. You can.
Okay.
You can uh, let the matured people to handle it, because the testing team is not going to just do anything whatever they like.
Right.
Yeah, but if it is the public tools, then of course you need to put some the restriction that you cannot just do this. Okay, what else?
And the other negative was I was able to save two templates as default. Like for in general, we should be able to save one as default, but here as you see, I saved two as my default, and I was able to save it. It didn't give me any
Error.
error that there's already one template set as default. It didn't give me any error like that. So this is one of the negative.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay, understand. Yeah, that's
So
true.
let's go to I just wrote these 10
I have a
templates.
question.
Sure.
Go ahead. Mine.
Can you check when you change the default, does it go back to the new default or the previous default?
That's a good question.
Oh, we can check, for example. Oh, it actually doesn't save anything as default. So for example, test plans, let me write a new one. So I still have to select it myself. Nothing is selected as default.
So default doesn't do anything.
No, that doesn't do anything.
So we just built it. We did not actually the plugin where it should actually use, how to use it. Okay, makes sense. Yeah, it's like the all open, right?
Yeah.
On the air. So we need to actually put them in the right place.
Right.
Okay. What else?
So the next is the test plans. Let me go back. So this is like a very wide features, because we have test plans, and under the test plans we have suites. And then if we create a test case, we have these options right here. So this feature is going to take like a lot of time for me to test and to write the positive and the negative ones. So I wrote 10 positives last night, so I can read them from here. So as a user, I should be able to create a new test plan. As a user, I should be able to assign the test.
Do you guys remember I said this? Just to test this whole platform, it can take years now.
Right.
You agree, right?
Yeah. I don't think so. I can ever cover like 100% of the feature. I can never do that.
Now you understand that when we
Yeah.
ask in the interview, can you test everything? Many
No.
people say, I can, but actually you cannot. Can you call an application bug free? Many people say, no, I cannot. Can you make an application perfect? Many people say, yeah, actually you can. All is false. So when you actually work in a project, then all the truth come out. Okay, good. Yes, each of the feature is very large, especially the test plan. It will be more robust.
Yeah, so let me open, like, for example, let me open as a user, I should be able to edit the name of my test plan. So here I just called my prerequisite, which I wrote before. So as a user, I should be able to view all the options in manual test plans feature. So let me explain you what is that feature, like what is that test case. So that test case starts from login, like from sign in to my organization, to project, and then to project, and then to manual test case. That prerequisite is still here.
I should do a little bit slowly. I know you're trying to. Are you nervous or you're trying to rush it? Is baby is
Mm.
crying?
No, I mean, she might cry
Okay.
anytime, but
Okay. Okay. If she
okay.
cry, then I will let you go.
All
Don't-
right. I'm sorry. I'll be a little slow. So that prerequisite.
Okay.
So I started like first the login,
Okay.
and then move on to the organization, to the to my project, and then to the manual test plans. I should be able to see all the options in the manual test plans. So
Got it.
this is my prerequisite till here. So
And
what I do is I just and the next one I just write. So I navigate to the test plans, and I start from further from there. So this is still the features. As a user, I should be able to view all the options in my manual test plan features. So the next is I should be able to navigate to test plans, which is this feature, test plans. So a list of test plans should appear. So like here, a list of test plans should appear. So this is how I'm doing my test case. I'm just calling the prerequisites, and then I'm like continuing from there. So this
yeah,
was, as the user, I should be able to enter full screen mode in test plan features. So click on the two arrows, which is right here. So I should be able to view it as a full screen. So this was like a very small test case, but
but
so
this is also, yeah, this is also functionality.
yeah. So I also wrote about just a second. So I wrote about this one, hide filter,
Okay.
the full screen. And then I wrote about the edit feature, delete, assign to, clone, copy ID, and
Nice.
then and then create a new suite, which is like a folder right here. So these are the 10 positive test cases that I wrote last night. I'm going to write 10 more tonight, hopefully. And that's all for my test cases. I can share the bug report that I've created and given to my front end developer.
Yep. So what you will do, like I will speak with Fahmid. The eventually you can bring all the bugs to the AgileALM under your project, and then he will actually go over this. Then he will engage the developer. Developer will go one by one. Will identify whether the front end bugs or the back end bugs. Front end bug means the UI, the back end means the logic, means the API.
Yeah,
So
that's already mentioned here.
okay, yep. I asked him to write the comments here.
Yeah.
So that's he will be doing. Yeah, he and I was reviewing other day.
Oh, okay. Do you
Yeah,
want me to review it again with you?
you go ahead. Couple. Let's say I want to see 1 second. 1 second. This can be viewed when we assign the configuration to our test cases. This can be viewed. What did you mean
So
by that?
description is like this. We can view this when we assign configurations to our test cases.
So you should say the reproducible steps.
Okay.
Technically, you should say the reproducible steps. So you will say, log into the AgileALM, number 1, and click the test plans, and click the configuration, and then you will see this screen. So remember
Okay.
the bug reproducible steps are the steps that you are helping to your developer, so he can actually follow your guideline.
Right.
To use it. So in this case, it need to be more descriptive, more like the guiding the other people who want to actually review this. Good. So it can be the step 1, step 2, step 3. That's it.
Okay, got it.
Okay. So issue is please fix proportions of the dialog box. What is this?
Please fix the proportions, like the size. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, okay, good.
So the next
UI is required to fix. Okay, so you
Yeah.
understand this one as well. Reproducible steps need to be there, so that it looks good.
So description is like when I try to open the test plan, and when I open a test plan and try to delete it, like this delete button, it doesn't work. So when I click, it does nothing. And it's already like highlighted as red. I don't know why. So this was my other one, that this is like useless. It's not deleting anything.
Okay.
So the next is,
So
there
what do you
should,
can you go up a little bit?
sure.
So the bug, the delete button does not work. There are other ways to delete the test plans too, but this is the only button that does not work. So you should say the after the reproducible steps, you should say the expected result. I should be able to delete it. Actually, delete button does not work. So again, instead of say the bug, you just say the expected and the actual.
Actual result. Okay.
You cannot break the test case flow. Otherwise, it
Hmm.
will not work.
Okay.
The reproducible steps, and then you have to say, then you can say the expected outcome and the actual outcome. Then you can refer the above screenshot. So fix them all.
Okay,
Okay.
I will. I'll
The
do it
developer
tonight.
understand it, but the way you did it, you broke your test case like the organization, because you
Right.
put the test case step by step, but in the bug you are not explaining that. It is not the wrong approach, but it is not the good quality approach.
Okay.
Good.
So this was just a suggestion from my side, so it's up to them if they want to do it. So I told them there should be an option to rename the folder here as well from
Yeah.
these 3 dots, even though there's one on the front, but this would be more convenient.
Absolutely.
So he said this is from the backend, so the backend person is going to fix it, and this is like the
So
UI.
walk me through this. Go up a little bit.
Sure.
This is your test now.
Okay.
So this is the one is currently this is the situation currently.
Mm-hmm.
When a developer say we need to do the backend change, can you walk me through, just guesstimate what is this backend change? Just help me.
So this has to be done from the API, not
Yeah,
from.
tell me how. This is your test.
So they have written a code for it. The backend developer
I
has
know,
written.
I know, but we are talking about the API. What to be changed, or what? Just guesstimate what is going to happen. Just guesstimate.
They're going to.
Open the ecom API, please, Swagger.
Swagger.
What is
Yeah.
the question again?
Can you send me the link for the Swagger?
Yeah, someone need to change it. Send us the link. The question is what is going to change? Okay, give him a chance. Just guesstimate.
I'll send it.
They're going.
I sent it in chat. So, Mahin, tell me, this is the suggestions that we want to accomplish on the front end, and the front end developer says it is the back end changes. So I'm asking, what is the back end, where the change will happen? So tell me, answer me that. Go back to the UI first.
Sure. This one.
Mahin, tell me what will be the changes. The change is accepted. I'm just asking you, based on your understanding, what will be the changes on the API?
It might be like front end for this particular API, front end and the back end, they are not connected together.
No, they're connected, but this functionality, what she said, rename is not exist. And that's where the front end developer said we need to change the back end. So I'm asking you, guesstimate what to change.
Like they're going to change the action of the
Update.
API.
One by one, go. Tell me, show me something.
So for example, it might be like the post API, they might change it to get.
Okay, Mahin, you go. Answer is not correct. Mahin, you go.
Okay.
Answer not correct.
No, her answer is not correct. She
Who's
tried.
up back end? Oh. I don't know.
Sure. Anyone else? Try. Or rather, do wrong. That's fine, but still you try. So at least you know.
It's extended on the back.
Zara,
Is it patch? Is it patch?
No, patch. No.
It's
Is
like
it
code is
something
wrong.
else? It's not the action.
Very simple thing. Try.
So whatever the API code, that code is wrong. So it's not doing any function.
No. All right.
They
So
didn't try it out.
go back to the Swagger.
Okay.
You almost did it, but then you walk away in the wrong direction, Aisha.
Okay.
Just the expand any post API. I'm
Sure.
just
Okay.
giving an example for the demonstration purposes.
Mhm.
Actually, like this body, currently rename is not exist. So he's going to add the rename on the body. That's it.
Oh, it's going to okay, got it.
Then the API is updated, and the front end, the front end developer can consume the update the front end. So then once you do the rename, so it will be actually the rename property in the back end. That's it.
Mhm.
Endpoint is not going to change, nothing is going to change. All just the body will be updated, enhanced in this case, right? Add a new field.
Mm. Right.
So database will be updated at the same time too, right? Because the rename, if I
Right.
do the rename, so my rename needs to happen on the it need to store on the database. Okay, good. I just wanted to check. So you guys learned something amazing today. So
Yeah.
what API update means? Congratulations.
Thank
Okay,
you.
go to the
So
next
this
one.
was like just fix the font here, like test, but P is capital. So
Sure.
it should be small or maybe
So
a
you know
space.
why it happened? Answer me now. Why this happened? Guesstimate this. Mine. Guesstimate this part.
So they use like in the Swagger, the parameter is written like this. Test plan.
Go back again.
Maybe because when they just make a new line for the plan, it comes up as capital P.
Go back. Yeah,
Okay.
someone can try too.
Is it like Java? Like the first letter small and then
You guys are getting there.
Java class?
Still, I'm expecting the right
Camel
word.
casing.
Yeah, it's still right, but I'm still waiting for one right word. You guys are right, but one right word I'm waiting. Go back. You go back, Aisha. Go back there. Go back, Aisha. So basically, developer is showing the exact database field name, and that's risk. So it should be the database field name should be the front end should be the front end, like the meaningful name. Good. Exactly the variable name. The database actually like this.
I could have never guessed that.
Exactly. That's the reason. That's the reason. One of the security means you do not expose the database table or the database string information on the front end.
I can see another bug over here.
Yeah,
You see the
that
type should be T should be capital letter, right?
Yeah, that's what I wrote. Like it should be
Oh.
right like this.
No, I'm talking about the type, the title, state, type,
Oh
T
yeah.
small letter.
exactly. It's not the bug. This is, you can call the punctuation, right?
But yeah.
Inconsistency. Remember? Hey, why you guys are following the different formatting? Make sense? It's not the bug. So you need to know sometime what is the bug, what is the punctuation, what is the consistency. It is all the part of the exploratory testing. Do you guys remember that? We did it one night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. So this is the same. Means that you are exploring and you are finding out the bogus, like the application is not consistent, right? So now you can find out the quality issues. Okay, continue. Yeah, you guys are right, but expect if you can use the right wording, that's perfect. Okay.
So this is like when I try to write a title for my test case, like when I'm writing, this shows me the titles from another project. Like this is from another project. As a user, I should be able to download JSON file, which is another project, I mean, it's a separate thing. So I shouldn't be able to see here.
Okay. But how will you the proof to the developer? You did not give the project name. You did not give the project the URL. Why didn't you do that? This is a bogus bug. People will be pissed off with you. They will say, well, let me finish my, you don't need to show me. You just give me the reference. I know what you're explaining, but we do not always want to talk to people. We want to go through the documentation ourselves, and we want you to give the enough preference so that we can do ourselves. So you need to give the which project you find out, you need to give this project URL.
Okay.
You got
Got
the
it.
idea? Because
Mhm.
people, think about the people in Germany, they are going to fix it. Make sense? And you
Yeah.
have no chance to meet with them. Or people in the India, the development team in Hyderabad, they are going to fix it. And they will be angry in the second time. They'll say, well, you don't need to tell me anything. All just give me the reference. Make sense? Because developer will understand right away. Once you will give the reference and they will go to that link and they'll say, oh yeah, she's right. So then they will fix it. But you are explaining this, but you are not helping them the link where he needs to go to prove your bug.
Mhm.
Okay, continue.
So this was like when creating a folder right here. So inside a plan or a feature, so the folder that I create first comes below the other one. Like, so if it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so the 1 would be at the bottom, 2,
Got
3,
it.
4.
So
So
what are the issues? How to fix it?
I asked them to give us the option to rearrange it, or to, or the first, the one that we create first should be on top and bottom, and the sequence, I asked them to fix the
But
sequence of it.
but isn't it better? Isn't it better like they give the options, drag and drop?
Yeah,
That's the more robust.
yeah,
So you will recommend, you will advise, please give the ability for the up and down.
yeah, I wrote it here, or at least there should be an option to rearrange the folder,
Yeah, the
also
best
to
one.
drag and drop.
Yep. Okay. Good.
What if there's multiple folders, like a lot of folders? You would want to do it drag and drop then too.
You can.
Yeah,
Let's say
Wouldn't it be a lot of work though, just to drag and drop? If let's say there's more than 10 folders.
no, they should fix the sequence and also give us the option to drag and drop.
So I guess a filter one would be good as well for this.
yeah, it can be, but the Faria, that's the your 8 hours job. That's the reason you take time to design, your testing, the rearranging it, filtering it, and then fixing it, enhancing it. That's the basically your like the pretty much 8 hours job, because these are the project kind of the repo as for like the test case repo you can call. Okay, yeah, whatever the user wants, you can actually add those. No, but the Faria, what did you say the filtering? What did the filtering has to do? Do you know meaning of the filtering versus the changing the like the sequence? Do you know what is the difference between
No,
them?
I just meant like whatever comes first will stay on top and then the rest will stay on bottom, like by order of the
No,
time it was created. That's just what I meant.
no. So because you are not working in the perfect environment, software development is always messy. So, and you cannot sit idle because the product owner will just mess around, come and say, why did you sit down? Just do something. So you have to keep doing something. And when things gets better, now you have to start rearranging things. I think rearranging drag and drop, like the move around,
Mhm.
move around is the best solution here, if you ask me from the experience.
Hmm. This looks like a very small thing, but when you write the test cases, so I really want to rearrange them according to
Exactly. That's
my like how I did it. Like, so for example, the one that it shows here, I checked it first, I unchecked it later. That's not the right sequence. I unchecked it first and then I checked it. So if somebody sees my user stories, he's going to be like, oh my gosh, she's crazy, what did she do? She messed up everything. But I did
Right.
not. It's just the test cases that are not arranged in a proper sequence. So there should be like one rearranging thing here. Definitely it might, like, this is such a small thing, positive, negative, or maybe a third folder, but I need that feature here, like in the folders.
Got it. Yep. So again, the project management, this kind of tools are very heavily user like the UI based. Now you understand not only the API does not do all the work, there is so many millions of application where it's a UI hungry. Means you have to do a lot of work on the API or the GUI automation on the UI. So this kind of This is the one of the application. You have to ensure the UI is perfect.
Hmm.
Make sense, Aisha?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I move to the next one?
How many? Yeah.
There are lots. So this was just a tiny one. It said PASSE. It should be passed.
Let's take a pause now. So let's everybody for a lesson learned. As I was mentioning that if you do one thing, only one, that what we showed you, and you stop, actually you just you didn't do much really, because that's I showed you, and I showed you the way how to do this. If you do not do continue, if you do not explore, if you do not expand your horizon, your own potential, you will never learn. Because I did not teach her any of this. I teach her how to write the test cases. What is the scope she have? What is the scope of the testing? What is the scope of this test case development, and how to create the bug? But she has done all of this. Nothing was memorization. Nothing like I told her what to do, how to do. This is all about she has taken time. She has been taken time. So she's learning her own. So now if she goes to the interview, the speaking will be more natural, right? Nobody is going to tell her what to do, what not to do, because she will be telling her journey. And that's the reason. What is the best environment than the TS for you? Because all the application is being underdeveloped. You guys can explore, create your own bug, provide the observation, provide your advice, create the user story. Forget about the business means me, I accept or not. That's not your goal. That's not your goal. Your goal is, I found this observation, I wrote it as either a user story or a bug, I submitted all. Because the business make the decision when they want, when they don't want. But eventually they fix everything based on just the severity and the priority. So you see this, she has created how many bugs, and it's not done yet. She'll be creating lots of bug, because now she got the what is called the rhythm, how to do this. So if each of you quality engineer, you do this, you will be the expert of expert. Forget about the automation. Forget about all of this. Either just do this, and when you speak in your interview and anywhere else, things will be just upside down. Means you will be the best in the interview. Nobody is going to stop you. So actually, this is the good session. If someone is thinking, well, you should be only one, sign up, sign in. Well, yeah, if I do everything else, you'll not learn anything. If I do all of this, that I did it, you did not do this. You do, you make mistake, you mess it up things, you write your own way. I will be helping you to fix it. I will give you the feedback. That's exactly how we work. That's how exactly development team, actually the work as a team to make a product. Any question before we move forward? Nope. Okay, continue. Go ahead.
So this is a very interesting bug. So what happens is, when I reduce the size of my browser to half,
Yeah.
and when I click on any of this, like, just a second, what's happening?
Oh, it's working now, right?
I think let me check. No, see right
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
like the project not found. So like if I click any of the options, so the project not found. So this is like a bug.
That's a bug, because the
Yeah.
UI is not able to catch up, right?
Yes, it doesn't happen when the screen is like the 100%. So when
Yeah.
I click here, it works fine, but it happens when I just reduce the size of my browser. So
That's
this was
nice.
one of,
Look at that, how many bugs you found, eh?
yeah, and I
Now
wrote
you
the
know-
configurations like browser, operating system, machine.
And okay, nice. So what did you say? I get when I reduce the size of my browser to half, and okay, description. Okay, you will fix all of this. Okay, nice. Windows, you did not say the Windows version. You did not say the Google Chrome version. I will highly recommend if you use the test plan, then you can have to set the version as well. And you can do the same thing on the Firefox. You can do the same thing on the Edge. So you can report the whole thing. Hey, Edge behavior is different. The Firefox behavior is different. So you need to tested them out and each of the browser, then you have to report if they have a different the behavior in each browser.
Yeah, that's my next step. So when I write the maximum bugs, I'm going to test them on the edge, because that's the next browser that I use in my computer.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
and the rest, this button right here, I think it doesn't have any purpose. So whenever we click the test case template, a new template automatically opens every time. So, but this acts as a button, because when I bring my cursor here, so it shows me like it's a button, but it doesn't have any purpose. So
So what happened when you click the test case template, right?
mhm.
If you how about if you create a template and save it, and then if you create the new template again, then the new interface pop up. Is this right?
I can check. I mean,
Sure.
so like right here, when I clicked here, it's
Create one, all of this. No,
and
just
then
yeah, create new template. Exactly. So when you create the new template, it is a button needed because by default these new things come. So you can say if there is already existing template exists, then it should be stop. It should be like it should not be new template interface. If there is no existing template exist, then there should be an interface like the create new template. So new
okay,
button is working, everything is working fine. You can just the tweak around the like how the display should be.
right.
So then you can explain this for the better user experience. If templates are exist, it should not the display the create new template window. If no template exists under the test case template, then the when the as a tester I click the test case template, it should pop up the create new window. That
Right.
should be actually the proper use case.
Okay, I'll be more precise. I'll just fix it.
Or just think about from the user point of views, okay? Then what
Yeah.
happened actually? If you delete everything else and if you click the test case template, yeah, you can say, well, still you should not open the create new.
Hmm.
You can say that as well. Okay.
So this
Either-
was sorry. So this
Yeah.
was just a suggestion, like either remove the field action from the template or give user
Yeah.
permission to check, uncheck it.
I agree. I completely agree with you. Yes. Like leave it, but actually leave it. It should the three things. Leave it, give the user flexibility, and number two is give the up and down options so it can be like a move around.
Right.
Okay.
So I
Good.
wrote a reason, like action is never the first step of a test case, so it shouldn't be there.
So now you guys know the why drag and drop option automation is important, right? The automating the drag and drop on the automation.ts for a.us. Now you see how important is that option, that web element.
Yeah.
You guys remember? I don't know. I don't think actually you did it. For the August members, now you guys know how important for the web element automation, the drag and drop. So if you do not know the drag and drop like the web element, then you will not be able to automate this part. Whenever your application has the drag and drop, the functionality. All right, go ahead.
So this one is like not a bug, but I just wrote like my email address doesn't fit in the box completely. So it says GMAI and the L is in the next line. So there was no option to fix the font, the size, because this doesn't look good. I mean,
Yeah. So again, and that's the reason. Yeah. Okay, we have to do something, right? In some point, you have to break it, right?
yeah.
Okay, I agree.
So, and the next, this happens sometimes, not all the time. And it did happen right now when I was playing around with my AgileALM. So what happened is, so when I click on my project, like for example, I just go to my organization and I click on the project. Sometimes a new browser opens up here, which is this browser. And it looks like it's a broken link.
So
So
how to identify, how to actually reproduce the issues? Who can answer this? Stay there. DevOps engineer, this is the question for you. How can you identify this? Like the help the test engineer.
I would say it looks like a graphics issue. I'm not seeing her actual
Yeah.
screenshot.
Yeah, we know
Could-
this. What other you can do to help?
She may need to either install some, I don't know, extension, or is it update maybe graphics driver?
Anyone else want to try? Thank you. Anyone else want to try?
My experience, I know that happens when either the browser does not support some drivers or some extension or something is missing.
Not really.
No?
Okay, so in this case, basically you will be, when it is happening, to help the developer to be best buddy of the developer, just simply right click on it, inspect on it, go to the network and just run it so you can actually send the screenshot to the developer. Remember, DevOps people, you learn the how to inspect, go to the
Yeah.
network.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the your debugging options. That's where you will start. So developer will do the same thing. He will say, okay, why it is coming? I want to inspect it. I want to go to my network tab, because network tab is where actually the API request, API body, API request, API details you can see. Of course, it's the UI issues, but we don't know what other issues.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so no, you do not need, you can download the plugin, which you almost did it. I don't think the graphical issues here, but again, before go those like the deeper the solution, all of this start with the basic. Make sense? Because each of these, the interface, the UI is connected with the API. So you always actually, and the right click on it, inspect on it, go to the network and the click again, and you see what is actually network tab is capturing. And so you capture both and you send to the developer. You actually become the best buddy of developer. Developer will help. Developer will be very happy that, okay, oh, this guy, at least he was attempting to identify the issues. Thank you.
Yeah,
Good.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, continue, please. I'm done with you. You can fix whatever I showed you, but yeah, the developer will be fixing all of them. Thank you.
Okay.
Go. You can stop now. Faria, go back to the explain me the enrollment feature now, please. Are you on the computer? Don't say I'm not on the computer, please. Or you're still sick.
I was gonna prepare for it actually.
That's fine. You don't need to just show the people what was the issues and what is the solving and what has been done. Are you on the computer?
No,
Okay,
this is
so
on the phone.
you talk and then yeah, do not join on the phone next time, because I will catch people sometime here and there just to check. So come all as you're not working on the phone. So you talk, I shall show. How about that? I
Okay.
should have access permission. Okay, Aisha, ready? She will be talking, you will be, okay, let me go over yep, okay, I'm not going to do the show and tell because this is the internal platform. Okay, so go ahead, go from the front. Go from the front end and explain the issues, Faria. What is the issues? What we are solving?
From here?
Yeah, so first we gotta log in.
No, you don't need to log in. You just say the overall feature. What is the problem here and what we solve?
Like I'm going over from the form. Should I start from there?
Okay, 1 second.
Thank
Let me quickly change my son diaper, then I'm coming back. No, you are supposed to give the overview. Hey, the problem is today's the TS for you is I am providing the advertisement in the different platform, and the leads are coming everywhere. It is very inconsistent. It is like a very messy process. So we build a new feature. That's how you'll start. Give me 2 minutes. I'm coming.
Okay, I think you can go to the enrollment inquiries, all inquiries. Oh, wow. So we got a lot of requests here. So this is a new feature built to just record everyone who wants to enroll in the program or interested in taking a course in TS4U. And there's still a lot of work to be done, but it's working really well. With you can see the name, email, phone number, program, date, time, and then time zone. And then there are members who from the team who will also be assigned to this to attend to the person inquiring about the program. And you can also see the source from where did they sign up for this. And you can go to click the alerts button. Yeah. Does it work? It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can send them a message from here too, right?
Yeah.
Text message.
That's
Yeah,
just an
so-
alert for them and for us, I believe.
Yeah, it's for them and us. You can do it from here, and then you can also delete from here as well. I don't know, what is this supposed to delete? Did you ever use this?
No, I did not. I mean, we can
I used
check.
the message one.
We can check. Let's just go to Sir Shiblu. Saw his name here in the morning.
Oh, you're trying to look for the one where he's assigned, right?
So let's just try that feature on Sir Shiblu.
Okay. Yep, it popped
Okay.
up.
So let's hit this and
Try a message.
add a new schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
have a
think that
quick
creates a
feedback
new one.
on the message for Shiblubai.
Yeah, I don't think he's here yet.
Oh, like the way the structure, the format in the message.
The job has expired. What is this date today?
Scheduled on
12/31st. I don't know why it's showing us this job.
It
has
might
expired.
be New Year Eve, that's why maybe.
I
Off
think this
day.
is
It's working. Let me just try
A
to
different
delete.
date.
Or just deleting that thing, you know, if I want to delete this, the schedule, just like this.
oh, okay.
And then I can add it back a new one and then just delete it.
Mm.
So I think this sends a message in the time. So go to the alerts again. Yeah, I think you pick the schedule time, and this is the time I think this person will be given an automated message.
Yeah. So let's.
Do you have yourself added here as well? Did you
No,
do
Sir Shiblu
inquiry?
added me, you remember, during the meeting, but I did
Oh
not
no,
add
like
myself.
yeah, I know. No, I was thinking like if you filled out the inquiry form.
No, I did not.
Okay, because I wanted to try this out right now, but
I mean,
it's
we
okay.
can try.
I mean, he's not here, so we could have sent him a message and see.
Oh, my name
I
is
did
not
not try
popping.
the alert part yet, but we can also look at the other parts. When he comes back, we can check that as well.
So what's the date today? It's 15th. Let's do it 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Let's send message
At
at 9:40.
yeah, 9:40 p.m.
Yeah. Okay.
And then save. I think. Yeah.
Did I write a text message? What's the
Oh
text?
no,
Okay. I did. I mean, it's like a
this job
default.
is active.
So let's see.
Okay, now we need to check the message part.
The view logs. Or messages?
Mm. I mean, it's supposed to send a text message automatically at 9:40, but it's not 9:40 yet. We can look at the view logs now. Okay, so you see all the actions, it's all saved here. Who created it, who updated it, what time, what date, all of that. This is the place where you can see every actions that was taken in this inquiry. So yeah, that's it for this one. We can go to the edit part. Okay, so this has the email. This is also where you can send a direct message to the person or email them to. And this is also where you can assign the member who's going to call or inquire about this person. And that's the status. So if the person who accepted this call or the inquiry, they would set the status to either it's a new would be like if this appointment was made recently and no one has accepted it yet, so it would be new. Or if it was accepted, but the person didn't pick up the call or wasn't available, it would be in the new status. And you have the follow-up meeting afterwards, if there's a follow-up meeting with them. And then move to enrollment. If this person is going to enroll, they're not interested if they're not interested. I think for this one, we would have to go to my inquiry board. So it would make more sense.
Where is that board?
So by the way, the email is working now. Text is working. My inquiries, yes.
Yeah, board view. See, so you can also do drag and drop here. Yep.
Just like the springboard, right?
Yeah. And I think this one is very helpful. I like this part the best. It's just really easier because you have so many people on the list and you're just trying to manage where each one goes. So this is really helpful in that part. So this part is only visible to Aisha because this is her account. Everybody has their own board like this. If you have an account here and you are given the permission to access it, you would have this board. If you were assigned, so these are the people that was assigned to Aisha. So she put them in not interested, those who are not interested, and the ones in marketing are those who probably can join, more like they don't fit the requirements, so they're still in the marketing. And then you can go to list view again. Yeah, it showed this in a list. So for a detailed view, you would go to board view. I think we can go back to all inquiries.
But did you guys cover how the front end works? The create a request?
The form?
Yeah, come on, Faria. People will be lost if you do not show the from the UI.
Oh no, because we're already here, so I was just going over this first.
No, you cannot show end to end. Okay, how it is start.
Okay, we should go back to the inquiry form. I think it's on the not here.
Front end,
TS4.
it's for a website.
Yep.
Select a course. You're fine. You can log in. You can do the. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So here there is every page has the validation. So the name is mandatory. The email is not mandatory. Phone number is mandatory. If they give us the fake phone number, then it's not going to work because we will not be able to send them automated message. So if a user is enrolled one time, send the inquiry form one time, the same phone number is not going to work next time. Name does not matter. Okay. So your actually validation point is the phone number. So then they will select which course they are interested, which program they're interested. Let's select that. Select one of them. and then they will select next. If the user is not putting any of the information, it will be block them. Look at the surprise. there?
Yeah, so part of the calendar is blocked. So these days are blocked because this is the days the team cannot make it, or because these days have already passed. So
Yep.
you can't make appointments there. So the ones without the gray mark, those are the days are available for appointment. So you choose the date, then you would choose the time.
And then look, not only that, look at this, cancel it, Aisha.
I like that.
Cancel it, look at the available
Mhm.
time. You cannot just set up anytime you want. Look at this,
Yep.
it's given the time, okay? If you cannot, if you try, okay, try the 2 p.m. Try 2 p.m.
It won't work.
Okay. And next, click next. It not work. Our team is not available in this time. Please select
So
another.
what if it was like PST or CST?
Does not matter. That's the time we selected. If they are not, then it's not going to. We are going to remove those button. Okay.
You
CST,
mean the other options?
no CST.
Oh,
Time.
We're going to remove because that does not do anything. So remember, you guys keep saying the timing issues. So the way the timing works, the actual server, the Linux server where this code base is already installed, deployed, that is always UTC. UTC, universal time. Okay. So regardless which time zone you are submitting this, UTC will accept it. And then if you select it from the EST and the Ashik see from Dhaka, he will be seeing his time zone. He will not see your time zone anymore. So who does this mechanism? UTC does this mechanism. So it's fully dynamic. You send your time zone, when Ashik will see, he will see his time zone. Okay? So UTC convert everything else. So that's the reason we do not need to put the CST anymore. We are just providing we are just going to say the EST. EST is the primary time zone, by the way. So
I think
anyway,
you can write the EST part next to 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
I agree. Yes, that's we can enhance that. Correct, so that they will know that they are this company, they are actually available on this time zone.
Eastern Standard Time.
Yep. Okay. So now you can do the next. See if you can work. So it will work. Now.
So
Yeah.
these are the questions they need to know about the person.
Yep.
Beforehand. I think this is good. Then even if you can't reach out to the person, they don't pick up the call afterwards, we still know this general information beforehand.
So here also nobody can hack this because each time the new captcha is coming. When the captcha is bought, or you cannot run the test automation that easily. And that's the reason we actually put the captcha. So make sure people cannot just mess around it. Okay, you click the submit button. So Aisha, stay there. So that's the congratulation, right? Close the
Yeah.
We go
close
forward.
this. Aisha, close this. So that is fine. But if you click the resources menu, and if you click the enrollment inquiries, that same form, here is the issues. If you do the inquiry from here, that's the problem. Because the last page when you say the congratulations,
Oh,
then
okay.
it is still on the captcha page.
Mm-hmm.
It should not be there anymore. Make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
And that's what I was referring you that time.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, you created it. Now you show them in the admin panel, please. Come on, Faria, that's not what I was expecting. You need to show the end-to-end how the process work. Now the Aisha
Sorry.
is here. Now
Okay, so you can filter it in. So there's a lot of them here. So this is how all the requests come in, by filling in the form. And then you can list it by programs. So yeah, if you're looking for software quality automations only, yeah, only software quality ones pop up. And you see, we have assigned it to various members, in the team. And then you can also filter it by assignee as well. So assign it to Aisha. So these are all the ones assigned to Aisha. And then you can also check the status. So we can also do it by status. Let's say not interested. Which ones are not interested?
Yeah.
You see, this has been filtered to all of that. So it's been assigned to Aisha, and the program is software quality, and the status is not interested. So yeah, so we can like short it out and see which ones are not interested.
Yeah, so now go back to the main page again. So I show you. Click the Aisha. Yeah, go inquiry.
I think all of them should. If
Oh,
you click it again,
Oh,
all
click.
inquiries.
Remove the filtering, please.
Shouldn't it work if you just click all inquiries again?
It doesn't. You have to reload it. You can create a like the bug. Okay, so stay there now. So here
Okay.
is the Aisha, right? So basically, Aisha, the 12/21, December 12/21, 9:30, you will receive an automated message
Mm-hmm.
because it is alert. Click the alerts. Look at this. Alerts is set up already. You see this? 9:30 is when. So that's the logic is both people, whoever has been assigned, they will receive a text message 30 minutes before the meeting, and the who has been like the user, the who set it up, so both will receive a message. That's already set up, and you can set up the new schedule as well. You can set up the new cron job as well, the way you want, and then you can actually phone them or you can text them. Okay, if you do that, if you do now, you do phone or text, and it will send you the both email right away, and you can make this schedule as a default. So that's automated option is already added here as well. So if you want, no, if you can do now, yeah, you can do
Oh,
just
I didn't put my correct number because last time you enrolled me with my right number. So I just
Now you
changed the
can do-
last digit of my number. So I won't get any alerts.
yes, got it, understood.
But we did this before while you were away. We did send you an alert. Maybe you want to check your phone?
I did, yeah, I received it, yes.
Okay.
So that part is working. So the alert should be both people will be receiving. Okay, that's I wanted to show you. This is good, and email is working fine. Of course, text message is working fine too. So we are having one issue on the text message. Aisha, explain me what is this?
I don't think so. We're having any issues on the text messages.
Having issues. We are having issues.
I'm not aware of that.
Okay, so let me.
I mean, I sent message today too. I didn't see anything.
You know now. Let me. You want 1 second?
Because I've been sending messages all day. Like,
Okay. Okay, so there is no issues, right?
okay, yeah, I don't know.
How
I don't
about
think so.
issue?
With the message, I mean.
Let me finish. So you said no issues. How about as a student, I am okay, and I just respond to the text, the send message, the text, but you cannot see here.
Oh yeah, okay, we don't get the alert. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Because what happened, we are using the third parties APIs, like the Twilio's API, to patch the text message from their the server to our server. But whenever the mechanism is called the webhook. The mechanism is called the webhook. So if we activate the webhook, means if server 1 haps and changes, it will immediately notify to the server 2, hey, something happened, take it. That's called the webhook. Means two application when they need to communicate based on the events, and the mechanism we use called the webhook. So when
Yeah,
you
like here.
when you implement the webhook, which number? Yeah, if you go my number, you will see.
Even this guy, he replied okay, but I never got any notification.
Exactly.
Like this person, he said okay, but I couldn't see it. I just checked one by one, and I saw okay here.
So one by one is a very immature, like the inefficient approach, right?
Yeah.
If the webhook works today, then you will see the message is the red, right? So you can see easily who sent you the message. You can actually filter it, the current message, so you can see everybody, you can respond right away.
Yeah.
Now it is very manual process
Yeah,
because
it's a lengthy process.
we have to find out how the webhook things work. So now what do you have to do? I will set up a meeting with the vendor, which is Twilio, and will explain the issues to them, and they will try to help us out.
Like right here, great, thanks. But this one I checked because I was randomly checking the messages.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So yeah, that's the issues going on. But again, that's the development is. It's not going to be like a day one, everything is working fine. But you use more and you find out more issues. Any question on it? So now you guys, nobody asked where did we set up, where we control the calendar, right? How the user calendar is. Nobody asked that, right? So let's see. This is a very powerful feature, right?
yeah, and very helpful.
Very dynamic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So here is the feature. Here is the in the settings, we actually added all the calendar configuration. Look at this. This is the one I made it in query. And that's the one I made everything. Disable the previous date. If I want after a specific date, the student cannot actually set up anymore inquiry with us. Because when the courses start, we don't need to talk to people anymore, right? At least not the 2-3 weeks. We are busy because lock the door. You can join after July, but I don't need to talk to you. You want to July, please come back on June. Make sense? For this, after a certain date, we can actually stop the inquiry. So the user cannot inquiry anymore. They have to call us. So that's it. And I can set up each day, I can set up holiday. That's the reason you saw the gray out. And Monday to Friday, all is just working fine. Each of the day, you can actually set up the new time based on your team availability. Good. And then it will be actually showing in the website. In the website means on the user panel, you saw that it's gray out now. But if you want to, on this day, your team is available. We are busy because it is really, we cannot call any day off because the student need to enroll. We can actually turn on. We can actually working day. So then, and will be available. We can put the time. Then the user on this day, user can actually book the calendar, book the inquiry. So that's actually the panel is controlling everything. So whatever we do, it just make the API call in the backend, and then actually you can see the the impact on the front end. Got it? So that's actually the things work here.
Quick question, Shivbhai.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. So do you use like database for that, or do you use a different type of server too? Because you are looking at the web interface, but
Yeah, you use
that's
the
actually
database.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
everything is stored in the database.
Right.
The logic run on the back end. Remember, logic
Right.
run on the back end, and data is stored in the database. That's it. And this is the front end. Look at this.
So this is actually writing on
This is actually the front end. This is the front end. This is the front.
correct. Yeah.
Both are front end. And whatever you do, they actually hit the API. So API make the calculation, means the run your logic, and then it make the decision whether you want to write store in the database or you want to actually just do some action. So that's all the API does.
Yeah.
Got it? At the end of the day,
Yes.
everything has to be in the database, because otherwise, if you do not store this in the database, how the front end will work then? Is there any way?
No.
So front end, so you will see the impact on the front end, because the database, the front end is again communicating with the back end, and back end, where the back end get the data from the database. All right. Okay, guys, we ran longer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Any other question?
No.
Question. Good job, Faria. I expected better from you. I thought you will be right away. You will be on the computer. But anyway, you feel sick. That's the reason you are excused today. Next time, if I say you will be presenting, make sure get onto the computer right away. Aisha,
Okay, sir.
you both did good job.
Thank
But
you.
Faria, always start with tell the story, tell the problem. Okay, that's
Okay.
how you start. You tell the problem. What is the business is having the issues, why they come to the technology, how the technology solve the entire problem, and then you start the demonstrating what is the issues, and that's called the tell me about yourself. Good.
Okay.
You
Mhm.
saw this is a very big feature. How many days we are working, right? The whole team, day and
Yeah,
night, team is
true.
working. Still we need to improve something. You saw the bug on the front end. It's not the bug, but there is like the UI issues when the user do an enrollment inquiry. When user see the congratulation, when they click close button, it should go to the home page. It is not happening. So what is the problem? User keeps saying, well, I'm sending so many times. I'm sending so many times. But of course, the API blocks you to submit using the same phone number twice. In the meantime, the user information has already sent to the inquiry in the admin panel. But user doesn't know any of this. That's not the user job. They just raise the concern what they see on the web page. So what are you going to do? We are just going to use the redirection. Status HTTP code 300. After you click OK, then it will redirect to from the 300 to it will take to the home page. That's it. Okay, that's good. Good job, guys.